Here we go. So we're getting new vehicle. Nice.
Let me just chill a sec.
Auto drive, okay.
Thank you for choosing Fidelity.
Self-driving cars. Okay. Cool quality of life stuff. A little extra stuff.
Hello, welcome back in Night City. I know you guys were waiting for this stream to happen, so welcome once again. I'm Amelia Korzycka, I'm a Senior Community Manager here at CD Projekt Red, and yes, we will talk about 2.3 today. My guests are, as always, my lovely Alicja Kozera.
Hi guys, thank you for having me, as always. It's a pleasure to be here.
And we also have super cool guest Paweł Sasko is joining us again.
The one and only.
Hello, my dears. Great to see you again.
This guy's
I
always
haven't
tuned
been
about the
here
game.
for some time, so I'm super excited. We're gonna talk about some new things we cooked for you.
And we
put a lot of
have
work
a
into
new
this game.
face joining us today. So please welcome from Virtuous Game, Adrian.
Hey guys.
No.
Pictures.
Thank you for having me here. I'm super thrilled to be here with you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are they the ones who
So
did the
you
port for
guys
Oblivion?
already saw our mini trailer of the update 2.3. It teased some of the changes, some of the additions that we're giving. I already jumped the gun and announced the date before, but it needed some more time to cook. So it is coming tomorrow to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox.
All right, update tomorrow.
Yeah, and Switch 2 will also join the family with 2.3 update, but we need a few more hours, few more times, few more days. We'll see. But it's coming, so stay
I didn't wanna
tuned.
give you
On
an
our
exact
social
time
media,
or
we'll let
day.
you know what's happening.
And it's also coming to one new platform that we've never been at before.
Mac.
So yeah, it's the family's growing, obviously.
Yes.
They
But
announced the game for Mac,
you know,
but only
obviously we
for,
have the Virtuous team with us today. So if you
computers
could
with
maybe
M
remind
chips in 'em.
our viewers, our players,
M1 to
what you
M4.
guys do.
Sure. So Virtuous is a game development company, and our main thing is we are helping and supporting other studios to create their game, and we help them with that. And we already did some partnership with Ubisoft, EA Games, Arcane, and many more other studios. And we are super happy to work with you right now on Cyberpunk. And yeah, that's it.
And it's a pleasure really to work with Virtuos. We've been collaborating for some time.
Yeah, they did the Elder
This is
Scrolls
like a
Remastered.
Great team.
And they're
like
working on the
really,
Metal Gear
really,
Solid Delta.
Talented crew. They worked together on us on 2.2, with us on 2.2, and now on 2.3.
Yeah, and shout out to the team, which is probably looking right now live.
Like this is the studio you picked to help
Yes,
you
guys,
develop the game.
This stream, we are live with you. So if you have any questions, drop them in the chat, and we will try to answer the ones that we can.
Yeah, we have the big
Yeah,
team
the ones who did the Oblivion remaster and
in
are
the chat.
making
So
Metal Gear
shout out
Solid
to all
Delta,
the Reds from the
the,
community team and also our moderators.
Remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, I
helping
believe is
to
the
gather the
title.
questions, have fun
Yeah,
with
Metal
you
Gear
guys.
Solid
So
3.
expect some posts, some cool comments here and there. And yeah, like Alicia mentioned, drop the questions in the chat. We also drop patch notes right after the stream, so you can read it after we're done in here.
Okay, so let's start off. We won't keep you here too long. Paweł, let's start with like the main thought between this update. What's the idea?
Yes, so the thing is that with Cyberpunk 2077, we believe that the game is already in a pretty good place. And what we wanted to do is really like give you things that would make you actually feel that it brings enough novelty to the game. It brings some fresh air, and it makes you want to replay the game. In the same time, we want to address some of the requests that the guys had. So throughout this meeting today, we'll be outlining some of those. And a lot of them will be focused around vehicles and traversing the world.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you more because I don't want to spoil it. We have a lot more details to tell you. We believe that this update will actually make the game feel to play even better. And there's like a couple features that I'm really particularly excited about and cannot wait to tell you more.
Nice. So let's start with something that everyone already knows, Crystal Code and Twin Tone. So maybe let's remind everyone how those work, and then we can talk a little bit more about those.
So the Twin Tone tech was introduced in 2.2 as a partnership from Rayfield with other brands, luxurious, sporty brands of cars. And basically, with 2.3, we
I played and beat the
expanded
game
this.
before
So
this
right now,
2.2
we
update.
can,
I beat
you
it.
can customize even
I
more
replayed and beat it
vehicles.
when the
You can
Phantom DLC
customize
came out, so I haven't
more
played
sports car,
since then.
more partner brands. But you've got also a hacked version of this feature, which is available for lower-end vehicles, like the Mamai, the Galena, of course. So right now, you can customize more than 23, even more cars than before, which means you can customize almost all the cars of the game, basically, with a few exceptions.
Amazing. I've been waiting for a pink Mai for almost 5 years.
That's actually true. Like I remember a couple times getting messages about like, hey, can we like do something to customize the Mai? So now.
I mean, our next step is weaponized Mai, right?
Hopefully.
So when it comes to the lore part,
It's crazy
because
the
I like
comeback
touching
story
that
this game
just to
has
make
had.
sure that like every component in our game is actually part of the world building. That's really important for us because we believe that every really part of the game is telling a story. So in here, as Adrian introduced to you, like we believe that at this point, it doesn't
when the
make
game
sense
came
for
out,
the lower-end cars
it was, like,
to just
set as
have
a fucking
partnership with
dud
Rayfield.
on a lot of
So that's why we
systems, but it
introduced
still sold, like,
a hacked
12
version
or, like,
of the
13
Crystal
million
Code. And
copies.
you'll see it maybe in some of the footage that we're rolling out when we'll be watching on the preview, and of course, hopefully you'll download the update and play with it.
And the
you
Phantom
will
Liberty
see,
DLC
that
was fucking
we found
amazing.
ways how we
Great
can
story.
enable that feature for many more vehicles while in the same time staying lore accurate, and that's really, really important for us. And I think from a perspective of our intention, actually right now, every vehicle in the game that doesn't contain it, doesn't support it, is already not supposed to. So for instance, like the Nomad vehicles are a great example, right? So those vehicles are like highly tuned by nomads, therefore they're not supposed to be really having all this like high-tech, like smart paint jobs and so on, because it doesn't really fit, right? So what we try to do, we try to make sure that the whole like palette of cars, whole buffet of cars that we deliver to you as a player, they all have differences, right? Some of them are weaponized, some have some have rockets, some have Gatling guns, some have crystal coat, some have twin tone, some have none, all kinds of versions, and hopefully you can find something for you.
Okay,
Cool,
so
cool.
to sum up, we have like 32 vehicles that can use twin tone and crystal code, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we will show you guys a little bit of gameplay, how it actually works for Mai, Alice's favorite car.
Yes, finally.
Sure.
But what
So you
is
can scan a
amazing,
car in the
you can
environment
see
and
that
pick
it's
its
actually
color?
a cracked technology via the UI.
Correct. Yes, it's actually like we try to like pay as much attention as we can to those small details. I know that our players love that stuff, so we really
That's pretty
make
cool.
sure that it feels a little cracked, a little glitchy, at how the UI acts and so on. So you will see it.
Yeah, as always, I really appreciate those lore bits that you put into
looks like it
put
costs
into
money
those
to do, too.
features, that you actually think about it, how it would work in the world of Cyberpunk. So new cars is one thing, but also we've been adding some more paint jobs. And I know that you don't remember the exact numbers. I have the cheat sheet here, yeah? So we have 205 generic paint jobs and 168 unique paint jobs added to the traffic.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, Virtuous team has been really busy making sure that you can really make your vehicles customized and really feel, that you can do pretty much
code
whatever
ornaments now, too, it
you
looks
feel like it. And there's more to it even,
Right here.
which we will speak about in a moment.
Yeah, the goal was to really let you guys scan whatever vehicle you find cool into the traffic and, steal it in some way to steal the paint job, apply on your own vehicle and roll with it.
Yeah, that's
which
sick.
one is your
The white and
favorite?
gold. I like
Like
that.
paint job or?
I love this Sion actually, like the one that we are
Yeah,
seeing
that's
right now. I
fucking
believe,
beautiful, the white and gold.
Exactly, like those are
tiny kind of red.
amazing looking. To be honest, I really like driving those
that a new
vehicles
car
that are a
too?
bit
I don't remember
odd.
ever seeing that car in
So,
the game.
you know, the Demiurge, for instance, like I think our FF06 fans will know what I mean. So, you know, things like this. And of course, I think we should point this out. Actually,
Bikes
the
too.
motorcycles.
Yeah, no motorcycles also are part of the batch. You can customize them just as we
Dude,
you can
Virtuous
do
don't
with cars.
miss. They're
So
doing a
that's
great
pretty
fucking
new.
job right now.
Exactly, and all the motorcycles also got the updated UI. Now it's actually corresponding properly with, you know, the shape of the vehicle and so on. That makes this feature really feel complete for us.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
so
actually really cool.
full set of cars, full set of colors. I'm actually jealous of V. I would love to
They've
have
been around
this
since
feature in
2006.
real world.
Yeah.
Like different car every day, but unfortunately,
Maybe in 2077.
maybe.
Okay, so we pretty much can make any vehicle.
They worked
to
on a
look
lot
like
of
any
smaller
vehicle.
games, and they just
But we
started
also
back
have
in about
new vehicles that we're adding in
2013,
this patch. Can you
doing some
maybe
bigger games.
tell us a bit more about those new cars?
Yeah, we've got 3 new cars and 1 new motorcycle. One of them being the Yaiba Sumimaru, which you might be aware of and you might know, which is coming from the comic book Kickdown.
Exactly. I wanted to point this out. Like you see it here on the screen. So this is the Kickdown comic book. Actually, like we do badass comic books, by the way.
I read
if you didn't read them, really try it. I love
one
them.
of their comics
But
about-
this is the Kickdown.
it was about
as
a
Adrian
girl
said,
from the
and,
trauma team.
We actually included a
Platinum,
little of a
like-
hint for you guys, if you maybe paid attention. So we go to the last page of that comic book. There is actually
an ad for it. That's pretty cool.
Yaiba picture that we included here already some time ago. Just to, you know, to give you a little of a foreshadowing and see how much you're paying attention to what we are doing in various media. I know that some of you are. I didn't see this on Reddit though, so I'm a little disappointed, I have to say, you know, Reddit bunch. Guys, you need to really pay more attention because we are doing a lot of stuff that you are missing.
Yeah, this is
So
the
you know,
one
it's not enough to
the
just
only one I
follow
read.
the
It was
game.
really
You have
good.
to
I just didn't know
follow
they made
everything,
more.
comic books,
Yeah,
TV
absolutely.
shows.
It was called,
toys, anything.
Yeah, and
fun.
if you actually want to read that comic book, you'll have the link in the description on YouTube, so you can go and check it out. And there is a comment on Twitch, ! Dark Horse, so you can see it
Yeah,
for
Dark
yourself.
Horse does their
But coming
comics.
back to the cars.
Sure. As you may have seen
This is the one I read.
seconds before,
Trauma team.
you also have a big-ass truck called the Chevillon Legatus Aquila.
It was actually really cool.
correct.
It
Which
was
is
really
an
good.
armored truck. So
So Trauma
first of its
Team is
kind.
like in this
And,
game, like it's just like in real life
you,
insurance.
right
You
now
can pay to have the best,
new motorcycles,
get some of
which
the
is
not so great
the
kind,
Yaiba Muramasa, which is
Trauma
the
Team is like
first customizable
the
motorcycles
Cadillac of
also.
insurance companies. This
Yep.
game, like,
And
if you're sick
full
or hurt,
vehicle
like you
is
see in the
Caliber
intro
Mordred,
of the game, with the one
Rayfield
girl you
Caliber
saved, Trauma
Mordred.
Team flies in
So
within seconds and takes
it's
her.
Also, the first
she has, like, the best of the
vehicle,
best
first cars
insurance.
to be sports car to be armored. So it's quite
And
wild
weaponized.
to play.
Correct. So like with each vehicle in this update, we have tried to do something a little different and a little new. So as we said, Yaiba Semimaru is the first car from Yaiba. And you can see their design in the way how the car is actually crafted. We are really proud of that design. Our vehicle art team did an amazing job, and our concept artists working on this one. So that's one, but all of the vehicles actually that Adrian talked about, they introduce something new. And Aquila, for instance, that big ass truck is the one that is covered like with graffitis and so on, because we were looking for this, I would say, punk sort of vibe and energy, you know, in that truck. In the same time, it's also weaponized, right? It's the first weaponized truck that we added. It feels pretty badass to just like go through, you know, enemies, police with this gigantic truck. So I hope you'll try it out.
And Caliburn is Yorinobu's car, right?
Yes, and there's a little of a story connected with that, and maybe now we can mention the quests. Actually.
Yes, because it's
The
not
quest,
you
there we
cannot
go.
just buy them. You have to
You have to actually
make some effort.
yes, do something.
These new vehicles are introduced through new quest, with the small exception, which is for the truck, which is directly available through the Autofixer, Muammar's platform, to selling bikes and motorcycles and cars. The others have small quests that you have to play with to unlock these new vehicles. So for the Sumimaru, you'll have to you have to finish the side quests of River and Claire's side quests. For the Muramasa, you'll have to buy at least one Yaiba product into the auto fixer and have at least 3 vehicles into both through the auto fixer too.
And all those
think the
triggering
Virtual
conditions,
Studio
you
is
don't
it-
have to like take notes right now.
The one who's
even
doing
though
all
that
these
would be fun.
reports and
You can check them
these
in patch
games. I
notes.
think it's
Yes.
a
So,
French
You know,
studio.
whatever what Adrian said right now, you have it
It's
written
owned
down
by
there.
a
You can take
Chinese
a look, so don't
corporation
worry.
now.
We also made sure that it's pretty intuitive to trigger them.
In
Hopefully,
Shanghai.
so you shouldn't have too much issues to actually
The
get to the
headquarters is in
quest
Singapore.
that will lead you to unlocking those new vehicles and have fun with them.
All over the place.
So, a
Global.
question from the chat. Tomahawk is asking, do this new vehicle quest count towards 100% completion?
No, they don't. Actually, like all the new sort of content that we've been adding post-release, because as I understand, by 100% you're referring to achievements. That's at least that's how I understand your question. So if you mean that, no, we are not changing the achievements post-release. That can be incredibly confusing for the players and for all the guides that are out there online. We don't want to get you guys be confused and feel that you missed something and you cannot trigger the achievement. That's the intentional thing on our side, that it is an additional content, after all, added post-release, so it doesn't count to the achievement. That being said, if you want to be a real player, you know, you have to play it. I mean, otherwise you cannot say you did 100%.
Okay, well, actually the new cars also, because they are unique, right? In a way you can get them, in a way they look like, again, the first car by Yaiba. Will they support Twin Tone and Crystal Code, or are they excluded?
The Sumimaru, the Muramasa, and the Modred are supporting customization. Only the truck does not support it.
Exactly, and that's by design, that's connected to its lore, and if you go into the game and read a little of the note that we left on the auto fixer page of the history of the vehicle, you understand why. Again, as I mentioned, we always try to make sure that each vehicle has a history, there is a reason why it is in the game, and it provides you with a different variety of how you play.
That's cool. Lore accurate stuff.
So, next new thing that we are adding into this update is something called auto drive. What is it, guys?
Self-driving,
The
it sounds
drive
like.
is a new functionality you've got on all your vehicles, motorcycles and cars included. And that lets you basically drive around without touching the wheel. You can choose any point on the map you want. It also drives you automatically to your destination of quest or with a secondary point. And,
now he's just
it
chilling.
goes into the traffic and it follows its way. It takes you
Kind of
where
like
you
Elon Musk's
ask it to go.
robo-taxis.
Exactly, and you just saw it on this footage a moment ago. V goes in that pose that in Polish we call zimny łokieć, which means cold elbow for non-Polish speakers in the chat. So V just goes into a
chilling.
relaxed pose. Sometimes even Johnny spawns to accompany you. You can drive around like this, of course, with the motorcycles. You keep your hands on a wheel because it would be too dangerous to drive. I would say
No hands.
Safety first.
Exactly, and I really love driving like this. It's just much more relaxing way, but there's more to it, so we'll speak about it more. You can see, of course, on the left side you have the UI that is basically showing this new feature. So think about it like in our world, you would
down
get
at the
like
bottom, auto drive.
your CarPlay or AutoPlay or whatever car you're driving would get an update. You would download a software update, and that software update makes some of the software changes in your car. That's what happened in 2077. New feature was just shipped to all the vehicles. They all downloaded it. Try to use it. Important thing I
So
think
it's also
Adrian, we
lore in
should
the
point
game.
out
You get an
here
actual
is the
update
fact
inside
that
the
you need to be
game
on a
for
road,
all cars to
right?
get it.
Like,
Yeah, you have to. If you try to activate it in a barren wasteland, it won't work. You have got to be on a road at least. And the auto drive support 2 modes. So the first standard one, which takes you to the point you set into the map, and the second one, which is a wandering mode,
got Johnny in the
which
front seat.
means that the vehicle will drive endlessly, just for your own pleasure of
Okay. So you
cruising.
can just explore.
You can cruise through Night City and take a
You
look.
just drive, you listen to your favorite radio
Oh,
station,
yes.
and just chill.
We actually saw also something super cool on the footage that was just shown. It was the cinematic camera, so you can basically record a music video with the cinematic camera, right?
You can see a lot of videos
it's
on
an
YouTube
option
going
you
up
can
and just driving through
activate
Night City
while
on
you are
auto
driving,
mode, where people
and
just do that and just let
cycles
it play.
through different camera angles, so you can see your car, the city, and in a cinematic way that was never made there before.
Yeah, and that was actually inspired by a lot of videos
Yeah.
that you guys made
Say.
of Cyberpunk 2077 on YouTube, like videos like 4 hours driving in
Yep,
a city,
told you.
you know, and things like this. So we thought about like, okay, like people love being in that world and really being immersed.
gonna see
in it.
more of
So
that coming
we were,
very tomorrow.
talking with Adrian
Hell, I
and
might
thinking like,
make one.
okay, how we can actually give it to the players in a very like diegetic way, very real way, immersive way. And this is from where the idea of a cinematic camera came from. And what I love doing is like put on like, let's say jazz music, you know, put on the free roaming mode, as Adrian mentioned. And that happens, by the way, if you have no quest point located on your map. If nothing is located and you just press a button to go into auto drive, it will automatically assume that we want to free roam, right? Otherwise, it will just go to whatever point you're pointing it at. And I just love this moment when I can drive through the city. There's like cool weather, cinematic
That's
camera
actually
showing
really
me
cool
various,
update.
you know, camera shots and so on. Weather is changing,
really
you know,
fucking chill.
jazz is playing, and I can play that. And now, guys, instead of you know watching YouTube with all those recordings, you can just put the game, you know, on a second screen and have it run infinitely,
Yeah.
drive around the city forever if you want to.
And even, you know, everyone now can freely record their Vs
Yes.
traveling around. So, you know, influencer job is up there for grabs, you know? Everyone can do that
Exactly.
now.
Exactly.
I actually have an important question
You're gonna
because
see a
we
lot of
talked
those
about the
videos
cinematic
tomorrow.
camera that, you know, we can make videos, really cool videos now. What about photo mode in that mode? So can I use photo mode
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be
during free
updating photo
roam and
mode.
take a cool picture?
Of course, it works perfectly. You can take your own pic of V driving into the vehicle and with his elbow on the door, and it works. Yeah.
That's very Polish. Okay, but okay. So if V doesn't feel like driving their own car or their own motorcycle, there's always the Lamain, right?
Yeah, if auto drive even for you it's too much work, you've got the Delamain
Delamain is their taxi
so-
service in the game.
Unlocked after you finish the Delamain side quest. You'll receive a text message from Delamain providing you with this new service. And yeah, you can call him anytime to make a cab appear. You open and you select your destination and you're being driven there for a small fee. And that's it.
I really
Just like the
appreciate
robot
that we
taxis.
will get more of the in the game.
Exactly. So in
This feature is
patch 2.1,
inspired by
we've
Elon
introduced
Musk.
The subway. In patch 2.3, we introduced the taxi. So as you can see, all the updates that we are doing, we were doing right now, are focused on things that make the world feel more alive, more immersive, more real, really. And we felt that actually, like, this missing component to really fulfill the Delamain fantasy is really the fact that he can just drive you around. Adrian also implemented the fact that you have Johnny sometimes show up next to you so you can, like, you know, chill together like buddies and drive around with the Delamain. So this feature is, of course, you know, fully supporting everything else that we talked about before here, so you can listen to the music in Delamain as we spoke about.
Yeah, I actually never
you
rode
can
the subway
also use
system
the cinematic
in this
camera
game, 'cause like I
as
said, I
well
beat it before that,
during that. So we, as you can see, like when we are
update came
introducing
out,
new
but-
things, we make sure that they all really work well in that ecosystem.
Gonna
of
go
the
back and
features,
do a
and they all like
Let's Play
feel
full
as
series of this
intuitive
game on my
as
other
possible
channel.
for you as a player. So whatever you would imagine
called
be
Planet
there,
Long
it actually
Play.
works in a believable fashion.
I'm gonna check
and
it
again,
out. It's just
Delamain also needs a road.
full games
Right, the
that
same
I
as
play.
Auto
Like,
Drive, right?
some of them
So
are like
have that in
this
mind,
style,
just to be on, because we
like
need you to be
streaming-wise,
on
some of them are just
navigation
straight
data.
gameplay,
Speaking like a
no
game
commentary,
developer,
nothing.
we needed to be on navigation data,
If you want to check
so we
that
can
out,
send that car for you.
Planet Long Play.
Awesome. Is there any time that Delamain or Auto Drive will not be available to use apart from, you know, not
There's
being on
Dog
the road?
Pound. That's from the DLC.
No, it's pretty much auto drive is available from the get-go at any point, and Delamain, yeah, just you've got to finish the side quest,
okay.
and that's it.
Exactly, and that is also in patch notes, in case anyone forgets, you know, how to unlock it, it's there.
Yeah, we have all the details for you. They will be available after the stream. It seems on one hand like the future, like 2077, but on the other hand, we already are starting to develop this technology. So it's
Yeah.
amazing to see what could be.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we
Elon's
talked
got that
about
stuff
new
going on in
cars, we
Texas
talked
right now.
about auto drive and taxis.
I think it's only available in Austin,
So
the
we have the
robo-taxis.
vehicle part behind
only like
us.
$4
and
too
now,
for a ride.
let's go back to my favorite feature, the photo mode, because we're adding so much cool shit in the photo mode, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we implemented a lot of new stuff and expanded also existing features. So for example, you've got right now a new tab called time.
I'm not really a big
to
fan of photo
implement,
modes in games, but I know they're
change of
hugely
time
popular.
and weather. You can
You
change
know when I really got
the time
into
of
was
the
Ghost
day,
of
and you can
Tsushima.
change the weather
That one
around
was
the
fucking
scene during the photo
great,
mode.
just 'cause
to
how
take
beautiful that
even
game
better
is.
Picture and control a bit better the environment. You also have a feature to frame skip to get that perfect action shot during your scene. And of course, we implemented new NPCs. A lot more new NPCs.
Yeah, yeah.
27, I think.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I believe.
And among them, like you can see,
Those
the
two are
Castle
from
Twins.
the DLC.
We've got Brendan, we've
think they're
got Dexter.
brother and
Yeah,
sister, I believe.
I love Brendan, guys. By the way, I cannot wait. You made some photo mode pictures with Brendan in there. I thought that it was missing. Also, like some of other player favorites, like Rita Wheeler, and yeah, of course Aurora and so on. So we'll see what you guys come up with.
And that's not all. For almost all of this NPCs, you've got alternate outfits.
Correct.
New outfits for Johnny, for Judy, for all the main characters mostly. And
Yes, so if you saw like a character in the quest during our game having like a cool fit and you would like to have a picture here, now you have access to it. In most cases, because there might be a minor exceptions, but in most cases we have access to all the appearances that we have.
He said new outfits for
Yeah,
the
I
characters.
think
Was that
what's-
just in
What's
photo
the
mode or
coolest
is that in
thing
the
that we're
game too
doing
as
with
well?
the photo mode is like we listen to the feedback of our
Pretty dumb to
virtual
have it just in
photography,
photo mode, not have it in the
community.
game.
We try to implement what they are asking for. So this is really cool. I think now the photo mode is complete. I'm pretty sure it's not. We can still probably, squeeze
We
few
can
things.
find something to
Yeah.
add.
Yeah.
So if there's still anything that you would like to see in photo mode, let us know. So, maybe we can convince this too to actually maybe make another patch for
It's the most
photo mode.
it's the most feature-heavy photo mode ever made in video games. There's also like a couple other things that we didn't mention. Like we made like numerous stickers, numerous
Yeah.
frames. Actually, they have like different vibes. You can have your life puffs there included, like cutouts of favorite characters. We can make like things feeling like and looking like a postcard from Night City. It will feel like it. So with our artists from Virtuos, we have tried to like tune in and find like different sensibilities that you may have and different vibes of things that you want to create. There's a little things that feel like comic books. Like one of the coolest things that I like, we added some of those, I would say, famous quotes from 2077
Okay.
that you can add them now. So like you look like a cut of fuckable meat and things like this, definitely there. So it was definitely important. So
Oh, yeah.
there's bunch of those there. So if you're like creating pictures like this, you can add them
That quote's
and
from
create
Adam
interesting
Smasher.
context. And there's of course all of those emotional quotes as well. You will find it all.
I'm curious what our community is gonna come up with, but that's not all, right? We saw at the footage that we had the improved light system. We did some changes to that, right?
yeah, we improved a lot the ergonomic to control the different lights you can use that we implemented into 2.2. So it's much easier to brighten up your
Sorry about
scenes.
that.
So yeah, we improved that, and we also right now have new natural poses for V, for all the new NPCs, and the new IK system tied to the look at option.
Oh, yeah.
You can
That is
create-
actually really powerful, by the way. Yeah, I really love that.
You can create a lot of stuff with that, and that's insane.
Yeah, so the way it works is like you pick a pose and then you can basically choose a look at, and look at is like, let's say, like directionally where do you want to position your character, but in the same time it keeps the pose that you've chosen, therefore it creates a lot more variety that you can create with those tools. So we just want to make sure that you can create shots. that
I guess that
Cool.
makes it look more natural.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then also I saw a cool tab with all the color thingies where you could change color balance and create basically your own filters, right?
Yeah, with color balance, I think we've got 3 new hue bars, so you can control in much more depth than before. The tonalities, the colors of your scenes, the saturation. So for all of the aficionado of photography, it's going to be very useful to do it right into the tool and not in Photoshop afterward.
Exactly.
Awesome. Wow. What will we do with this photo mode?
I mean, you know, we like to do contests now and again, and we might have something planned for you. So, you know, again,
We might.
keep your eyes open. There will be
Like I said, I'm not a big photo mode
cool
guy,
swag
but
to
if
get.
you are, I
and
hope you
yeah,
enjoy
we
it.
cannot wait to see what you guys
Seems
come
really
up with.
cool.
Yeah. So now we have some more of the technical stuff that
Technology.
Technologia, yes. So there was one thing that a lot of people were commenting about and were requesting. FSR 3.1 frame generation is coming in this update.
Yes, exactly. And there's we actually collaborated with our partners from AMD. That was like quite important for me to set it up, and they were like a
AMD's
wonderful
all
partner.
over
We
the
worked together on FSR
gaming
3.1 frame
space, man.
generation and on
They're working with
actually
Xbox,
FSR 4,
MPS,
my dear.
PlayStation for
So
the next consoles.
Cyberpunk 2077 from this point on will support FSR 4. However, there's an important note here to say that this will come in a later date together with the AMD's driver update, right? So please be aware of this. And of course, FSR 4 works for Radeon 9000 generation cards. Have that please in mind. Like you have to have a proper hardware to use it. But it will be there.
Yeah, so FSR 3.1 tomorrow together with the patch, and 4 once the AMD drivers come out. But that's not everything. We have Intel Access 2.0 and frame generation as well. I think we've done some stuff with frame generation in options in general, or some new settings.
So yes, so this is just yet another one. So we want to support as many new technologies as we can, just to really treat Cyberpunk as a showcase for all kinds of technologies that are there and that you're looking forward to. So we actually collaborated with Intel to implement Access 2.0 and Access 2.0 frame generation, and it's coming in
Intel?
an update 2.3
That company ain't doing too good.
to Cyberpunk. And yeah, I hope you're going to experiment with it, see what are the results.
They used to make a
what
lot of the
looks
chips
better
for Apple's
computers.
computers, and then
Again, it's
Apple
at
kinda
this
just
point,
fucking
Cyberpunk
ditched them and went
supports
with
so
their
many
own.
different options that I hope you are going to have a lot of fun choosing and checking what
I got a
works well with
2019
what
MacBook
what
Pro,
gives you a
it's
better
got an
pixel
i7
quality
in it.
and what fits best your needs as a
Now
player.
they're all silicone, Apple's own
But
chips.
it's still not everything. I still have HDR 10 plus gaming on my list.
Exactly. So that's that's yet another thing. HDR 10 plus gaming. This is something that was semi-supported before, and now we have done it properly. So you can, when you have a proper monitor, and of course, you know, like I encourage you to really check how to properly set it up. You have to enable it. You have to have a proper display to be able to see it. But yes, it actually also works.
PC gaming
in
is so
Cyberpunk
freaking
now.
complicated,
So
dude.
those
That's why
were
I
the
love
things for
PlayStation.
PC players,
Just
but we
plug
don't
and play.
forget the console players, of course. We have VRR
Yeah.
on consoles
Okay.
as well.
Correct, yes. So right now, Cyberpunk will support properly the VRR. Before, we had a version on Xbox of that, but we revisited the topic, made sure that it's done properly on consoles.
Awesome, thank you so much. If you understand any of that, good for you. You can just play with the options on your PC and find the best options for you. Those are really cool.
I wonder if they have any kind of PS5
things
Pro
to
support.
enhance your gaming experience. And one more thing that we need to talk about that we actually announced yesterday, announced the date yesterday, is that Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition is coming to Macs.
Thank you for the follow, buddy.
So it's, I like to call it cherry on top for this
Thank you.
game. We actually have some gameplay prepared for you to showcase how it works, how it looks on Macs. And yet, don't forget, the game will be available through Mac App Store, GOG, Steam, and Epic Games.
I can't see playing this game on a
shop.
Mac. It just seems
If
too
you already
weird.
have the game on any of these platforms, you don't have to buy it again. You can just get it for free and download it on your Mac. So don't worry. And yeah, the game supports features like ray tracing, frame generation,
But you need an
HDR,
M Max, so
tuned for
anything
Apple
M1 to M4 will
XDR
work. Anything
displays.
else before that won't.
And there's many more.
Yes, I mean,
Pavel?
there's a couple more things, of course. So, as if you are like a user of the Mac, what you expect? You expect probably a support for Magic Mouse. That's of course done. We also support full cross progression. So, if you've been playing on any console or any PC or really anything on Switch, then you can use that save and actually continue on Mac now, which is great. I actually played this game across a couple different platforms now. So
If you actually
it's
have
really,
this game for
it's
these
really
Switch
fun.
2
It
and
also
are
supports
playing it,
spatial audio.
let me know
So
how it's
if
going.
you have like your earpods, it will properly detect your ears, which is also really cool. And we collaborated with Apple together on this version of the game to just make sure that it actually squeezes out
Apple's
the
really
best
trying to get into
performance,
PC
we can
gaming.
give you and the best visuals.
Yeah. So, guys, we know a lot of you have been asking about the Mac version. It's gonna be here finally tomorrow. Keep in mind, it's for Apple Silicon Macs, so the one with the Apple chipset, and it's 60 gigabytes plus. So,
Yeah.
at least 16 gigabytes.
Correct.
Which
the
all
detailed
the base
system
Macs have now.
requirements
I think all
are
the
also
base
posted on
Macs,
our socials on the support
well, these
page,
MacBook
so make
Pros,
sure
I believe,
to check it
are
out.
16 gigabytes.
Just to make sure that your Mac can run Cyberpunk 2077.
All right. So I
My
think we
MacBook Pro
went
from
through
2019
all
has
of
an
the
i7
biggest
in it, like I
changes, the
said, so
biggest
I can't run
additions.
it.
Maybe let's sum up it
But I would
very
never
quickly.
play
So
games on my
we
Mac.
have enhanced crystal coat and
Yes.
and twin tone. It's almost all of the cars right now, the ones that make sense, of course. We have 4 new cars and some additional quests to get them. On top of that, we have auto drive.
Yes. I think that's going to be my favorite way to travel. We have auto drive. We have taxi system.
So you're going to
for
see a
you.
lot of
So-
videos
Cinematic
coming out
camera.
tomorrow
With
of
the
auto
cinematic
drive where
camera,
people
with
just
the photo mode option, so
put it
you
on
can
and
make
let the car
video
cruise through
shots
Night City for
whenever you're
4 or 5
driving
hours.
and you feel like it's a good time to take a selfie. Don't do it in your real car though; it's not safe. We have a lot of technical features coming as well, like you heard FSR 3.1, FSR 4 later this year. So there's
A lot of updates
quite
on the
a lot of
PC and not
things,
much on the console.
happening, and of course photo mode, and of course photo mode contest.
Yes.
Do we have any questions?
Yes,
in the
I
chat?
was just wondering if people had some questions, and yeah, we have Sun Servant, for example, asking how does auto drive behave in traffic? Like, are we endlessly waiting at red light? Does it follow like traffic rules?
I think it
It
does.
follows traffic rules.
Yeah.
It stops at red lights, like a good citizen.
In Night City, good citizen.
Exactly.
Unlike all the Vs that are driving around.
Yes. That being said, like we put like some work in to make sure it is not a frustrating experience, right? So
Yeah, you're not
because,
gonna sit at red
as I
lights for
understand
3-4
the
minutes.
subtext in your
It's gonna be
question is it going to be
quick,
fucking
probably.
frustrating to wait? Well, hopefully it won't. We paid attention to this and made sure that it actually goes smoothly, but it follows the traffic lights because otherwise you would be constantly crashing your car into other cars if it wouldn't. So that's kind of what happens when you drive not paying attention, So it naturally has to follow the traffic lights. That being said, we try to make it that it's not annoying, that it feels fluid, that it feels smooth. But at the times when you'll see it stop and so
I think
on,
it'll be fine.
in most cases,
It'll
it is
probably
actually
work great.
because of the lights.
Okay, so on top of that, another question about auto drive. Digirov is asking, when you set up automatic driving, aren't you at risk of being attacked?
Yeah, definitely you can. And if you are in combat, the auto drive feature disengage, so
Yeah.
you can undo
Grab the
this
wheel, grab a
before
gun,
continuing
go after 'em.
to cruising. So yeah, it just stops the auto drive if you're being attacked.
Okay, so you can take charge of your car.
Correct. And with Adrian, we did a little magic behind the scenes to make sure that if you're in a free roaming mode and you're listening to your jazz or whatever, and you're like enjoying the rain in Night City, that they won't bust your ass nonstop. Okay, so let's say the combat can happen because like again, it's a hostile environment, dystopian world, and so on. But we know like that you guys sometimes just want to have good time in Night City driving, so we didn't want to make it annoying. So we have fine-tuned it a little. Again, if you drive into the combat, well, no wonder it will start combat, like it will disengage, you'll have to fight. But outside of that, most of the time, you'll actually be safe just driving around so that you can really enjoy it. Because that's what that feature really is for, to stay in that world, to soak it in.
So you can just chill in Night City.
Chill in Night City,
Ah,
yes.
that's amazing. I think this is it. Like, if you have any more questions about the patch, you can always check out the patch notes that will be published on our website right after this stream. And also just check out the patch tomorrow.
Yeah, the patch is actually dropping tomorrow. So also stay tuned for the official announcement that, hey, it's already live. We'll let you know. And yeah, so remember, the patch comes live tomorrow.
What
on
time, though?
PCs, Xbox Series S and X, PlayStation 5, Mac as well, and Switch 2 will
Follow
follow.
soon after.
Yeah.
That's right. So, is there anything that you would like to say to our community at the end of this
It's
stream?
a very small update. You had to do a whole
Super
stream
happy
for this.
to
This
be
could have just been a quick
here with you.
YouTube
It's a
video from
privilege.
them.
And yeah, I hope you will enjoy this content, all this content for this patch, and yeah, go rogue.
Thank you so much, Pavel. How about you?
My chums, I mean, I love how excited you were about 2.3, like this all speculation and so on. It was great. I watched every video you guys made. I love your imagination. It's awesome. You know, it's honestly an insane pleasure. It's and a privilege, as Adrian said, to have a community that fucking gives a shit. You know, it's really, really, really valuable for us because we do it for you, right? That is what we do it for. Like me and Adrian, we can cook a patch. If no one will care, then, you know, it's just disheartening. So it's super awesome that I see your excitement. You know, maybe when you don't get everything right, you know, with your predictions, that's okay. You know, you'll
This guy
learn.
loves his job.
You'll get it.
You can
good.
tell
You'll
he's, like,
get
really
better. You know, a lot of you is actually
invested
quite on
in
point.
this game.
Anyway, enjoy it, my dears. Much love. It was
A lot of
really,
people
really
asking for New
an
Game
amazing
Plus,
time
and it
to
doesn't
work
look like
on
we're
this,
gonna
and
get
I
it.
hope you have fantastic time with this patch.
Yeah,
I don't think
guys,
we're ever
thank
gonna get
you.
it for
Thank
this
you so
game.
much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching us. And thank you for playing the game. It's always amazing, and it's really difficult to imagine that it's almost been 5 years that we've been doing it. Like, I mean, we've been doing it even longer, but with you playing,
We'll get to the 5th anniversary.
yeah, I know.
When the time is right.
I think this game was
yeah,
announced
once again,
back in
thank you, Paolo,
2012.
thank you, Adrian, for joining us today.
With that famous trailer at the end, it said,
Thank
"Come here
you,
when it's
everyone
ready."
on the other side
Then
of
it
the
came out
screen,
just a
for joining
broken
us
state.
as well, for sending the questions, your comments. If you have any questions left, like Alicia mentioned, let us know on social
Yeah,
media,
not
on our forums,
ton in this
Discord,
update,
whatever,
more for
wherever you
vehicle
can find us.
self-driving,
And let us know how you enjoyed the patch tomorrow.
colors, and some
on
photo
that
mode
note,
stuff.
me and Alicia will see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you guys. As always,
guys.
it was a pleasure.
Like, the vehicles are cool looking, but you didn't have to do a stream for this. You could just put out a quick YouTube video showing us all.
Good morning, V. Thank you for choosing the Delamain service.
So yeah, it looks like we're just getting new vehicles. There's a quest unlock on the drive by, look at a car, see the color, you can copy it for a small fee, it looks like. Like I said, new stuff with the photo mode, it looks like. Different scenes and different ways to like customize the NPCs in your photo mode. There's probably a few, here's all the stuff here. VR, yeah. Quality of life improvements, so nothing crazy. A lot of small quality of life stuff, and like I said, you get the new vehicles. You can customize their paint jobs, and a bunch of new additions added to photo mode. So, not a crazy huge patch that people were hoping for. No new game plus. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get that in this game at all, because I think if it was going to come, it would have came by now. So, like a lot of small quality of life stuff. You got the new custom paint jobs for the vehicles, and a lot of additions to photo mode. So that seems like that was the big takeaway from the stream, was that was their main focus, was the photo mode and the custom cars. You can now, well, custom paint jobs with cars. You can also unlock new cars and quests to unlock them. So, guys, it's like 100 friggin' degrees in this room, so I'll have the AC running back here. So I'm gonna end stream now and come back later tonight with some more RE3. So I'll see you guys tonight. Take care. Good luck. Bye.